Idolmaster Shiny Colors is known as the youngest sister of the Idolmaster franchise, but it has achieved great popularity due to the unique characters and excellent storytelling. The series is so recent that to enjoy Shiny Colors' story, prior knowledge of other Idolmaster media is not required. What we're here for is the $765 million question. Is Shiny Colors too hard? A bit of context. Nowadays, idle games are focused on being rhythm-type games, and maybe that's why we don't feel much of the need to add another idle game to our lives. But if you're an older producer, you surely know that idle games can be way more than that. Except when we have to go do some gacha. Once we do that, we're all the same victims. Shiny Colors is pretty infamous for its difficulty. It's a random number generator game, there are multiple possible developments, it has a final boss type segment before getting your ending, progress is practically reset on each playthrough, and there are extra challenges for those who are willing to get the true endings. Such a description is so unique that it's very difficult to find any examples to compare its difficulty with. Some might say that it is very similar to old Idolmaster SP games, but this game is indeed one of a kind. Firstly though, let's break down the game's basic flow of progression, or you may check this tutorial video if you are starting from zero. You can also drop a like and subscribe if you want to. So, at the start, you begin with 50 in every stat except SP, Affection, and Attention. Your skill deck contains 8 live skills, 4 from your Produce Idol, and 4 from your other supports. At level 1, R cards have 1.5 times the appeal with a specific genre, SR cards provide 2 times, and SSR cards provide 2.5 times. During the game, the size of the multiplayers is important, since your enemies will use these according to the rank you are in. Imagine, if your multiplier is 2 times and your rivals are using a 2.5 time with the same stat as you, literally the result depends on luck and the scenario in which you face the battle. As you go through the game, you simply make sure that you pass through the season of 8 weeks, fulfill the season's fan quota, and then you challenge Wing while enjoying communications, cutscenes, and in between. Now it's time for Wing! Absolutely crushed. Well, you can come back again and try another time, now with proper party builds for your first ever Wing ending. If you lose again, even with the stat of your choice and is at 500 and the trend is your favor, you can just keep trying. Keep trying and improving, and trying and improving, and at long last, you will be able to win Wing sooner or later. Congratulations! You and your idol can smile together, basking in the long-awaited victory. And then you check the card and it says, oh, True End. 500,000 fans and winning Win within 32 weeks. How hard could that be? Compared to games that don't end and don't have multiple endings, or even true endings, it kinda sounds like Shiny Colors is one of the most difficult Idolmaster games of all time, doesn't it? Even when you have full SSR cards within your deck, the difficulty of the game is so notorious that people cosplay as the judges and the rival silhouette idols of all things. Especially the finals Idol C. You do not want to mess with her. Still, you can tell that the developers designed the game not to torture you, but to enjoy the progress and taste sweet victory. In the future, you'll get used to it, both your strategy and your cards. You'll find out that the game has become pretty easy, but at the beginning, it'll hit you pretty hard. It's almost like the Dark Souls of idle games. As long as you stick with your proper strategies and don't make any major mistakes, your journey to getting true endings from the newly acquired SR or SSR Produce cards that will award you with free gems will make sure that your gameplay won't be much of a problem. Also, it has been noted that the rivals in auditions have consistent patterns based on the trend, as long as all of the 3 judges are still alive. Outside Wing, to pass, you don't even need to be in the first position. Second position is enough, so your opportunities are actually more open than you think. Here, the game was designed for you to gain experience for the battles. It will be like this in Ranged B, which is similar difficulty to what will come in Wing. In Wing Final, Idol C will target number 1 judge with vocal no matter what. This makes number 1 vocal trends threatening when you have a vocal build. While you're in number 1 dance or visual trend, you will find this a cakewalk. On June 11, 2018, there was an update for the rivals. While the rivals have their appeal strength randomized, it only determines the turn order. The actual power of the appeal depends on your appeal strength. So for example, when you got a perfect, the other rivals give perfect or equivalent appeal strength even though the turn order is last. Bad! Stolen last appeals suck, but that made the game easy to manipulate by using bad until the opportunity is right, making sure the last appeal can be secured. What if I try to go for the third judge with less stars? Even if you get the possible result, you will only get 16 stars. and the stars that you need to pass at least in second place is 18 in most cases. That means you'll have to learn how to steal stars from your opponents and calculate the damage they will do with the right timing. You have to steal the kill. Imagine that you are fighting a battle royale and your team is useless, but you can only win if you kill someone with the flag. This game can be very stressful in close battles. Aside from your attack power, you have to be very careful of your stamina, because a low stamina runs the risk of being retired or possibilities to do a perfect attack, as the more you die in health, your perfect attacks become harder and harder to do. At least you may want to play the producer must die difficulty. Try and treat it like that. So, is Shiny Colors too hard? No. It is hard, but not too hard. Depending on what you're looking for, I guess. Does it require more time? Yeah, of course. It is a fair game compared to old games like the Idolmaster 1 and Idolmaster 2. Both have your progress reset on each playthrough, you'll have to plan well and minimize mistakes. In Shiny Colors, no matter what kind of build you want to build, it's up to you, and you can still kind of brute force trends that are not in favor of you. The game rewards you to be bold. The game does require you to think, however, to make the difficulty manageable for you. If you want to make a S-rank idol with high stats and a lot of skills, you're gonna need a lot of time, or luck, or maybe not have the right cards. And luck, of course. That is, at least for Produce mode. The main dish of Shiny Colors is Grade Fest, where you are going to use these builds against other units that other players have built. Grade Fest difficulty can be desperate, like trying to catch Suicune but in the early versions of Pokemon. Even with all the money and time, producers have never reached Grade 7 no matter how hard they have tried. Usually, higher level Grade Fest means you're against the ones with the same Grade Fest level as you. The higher the level, you'll meet other players and has higher appeals and ratings. Being a Japanese game that this is, Japanese players are quite ferocious. It's either they've invested lots of cash into this game, they're either very good and dedicated producers, or even both. The stronger the rival units, the more difficult it is for you to score and less opportunity to get more stars. However, you should also pay attention to the judges, as they can present different strategies, such as generating more damage each turn, attacking players with greater attention, or decreasing the attack of the players. They can change their tactics every season. Watch out for that. You could look up a couple of guides here and there, depending on what you want to do when making your unit builds, because each unit in the game kind of plays differently, but since it's mostly dependent on luck and mostly dependent on gacha, your mileage may vary. Everyone's experience has to be different after all. The main point of Grade Fest is to score, not to just simply win. You have to completely crush the opposition, which is easier said than done. So, good luck with that!